Interesting.
Multiple streams open, otherwise this is going to get really awkward for the first 5 minutes.
No. I only have my chat open. That's all I have on Twitch.
No, I've got all my web stuff is shut down at the moment, so
Have Twitter open too.
I've got music up, I've got Mumble, I've got this thing with his magic ready to go. Alright. By the way, I'm playing Ultimate Showdown. That's what I'm doing. Yeah. God, it's gonna be hell for someone watching multi-Twitch.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck with that. So many different, such a lustful streams. Ooh.
Hey, Sonata.
Wait,
Hey,
does this work? I don't know if it works.
It is working for us. We can hear you.
Hear you.
We only need
Okay,
this.
now to close all the streams.
I mean, we only need this for the first bit where we get in the same queue.
I got on.
It also gives us a chance to do just a mass group intro for the stream.
What we should do is keep it open, and then in between rounds we can go back, I guess.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, because if you mute and deafen yourself, you'll be.
Yeah,
There's one
that's
other
what
thing
I
we
meant.
can do is that we could make some other rooms, extra rooms, and just hop in there if you're playing each other.
Possibly. I mean,
Mm.
that seems like a lot of work.
And it also means you can't openly talk about your hand in chat.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Yeah.
Do we know if Adepai is coming?
I-
live now.
He said he would be. He's showing us online on MitGo.
Yeah.
Also, this is weird when I'm streaming but also talking to people. I don't know what to do.
Yes, it's very strange.
I have the same problem. At least everybody else can hear you guys as well. So I'm not talking into the air like a loon.
Are you sure about that?
I have no idea if people on my stream can hear the whole mumble thing, so we'll find out.
Alright, this is the most awkward ultimate showdown I've ever listened to.
Yeah, actually, we need to start smack talking. I'm gonna wreck you guys.
I'm still on my loading screen, just with this audio going now.
Alright, I've actually gone properly live now, and I've gone off the intro screen. So hello everybody.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
You can hear.
Welcome to Hatz's stream.
Yeah, this is my stream. Let's
I've gone live
go.
on my
That's
stream
wrong.
now. I'm up on the
That's
Mitko version.
Uno, can
Yep.
you do my intro? We're
You
scrolling
want me
past.
to do your intro?
Yeah.
I forgot what you normally say.
Ah, Addy Pie was in the Lur mumble, not the fan streamer mumble.
yeah, no, that is confusing.
Actually, I
Hey,
also
Nightmares channel.
Shout out to those people watching there, I guess.
Go
Alright.
watch the Farscape podcast or something.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
We
Fuck
actually-
This podcast. I should make sure I promote that more.
Yeah, we actually just recorded a new episode today.
Yeah,
That'll
I
be
got
going up.
that all week.
Yeah. There's
James,
a lot of
James keeps promising me he's going to put the Minecraft video up soon.
James promises a lot of things.
we did record it, honest.
I'll believe it when I see it. Alright, so what we're doing, by the way, is we're kind of hanging out in Mumble so that we all get in on the same pod. It's the easiest way for us to do that. Once we get into the actual, once we get into the pod and start opening packs and stuff, we will say goodbye to everyone else, and then wait until we won't be talking to each other until possibly after each round is finished, and we can hop back in there.
Thank you for explaining that to all the streams.
Haha!
Does make my job a lot easier.
Yes.
Yeah.
He just told me that he opened an expedition team event, Gideon and Omnivorous out the box.
Ooh, I was happy just opening Chad, but yeah.
What are the expeditions going for actually online?
Too much.
Like 9-10 tickets, I think?
Yeah.
They're still effectively sharp.
Wait, 9 or 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was less than
They're not.
I was
they're not
hoping
good.
19.
No.
No.
I was gonna say. I figured
They're not as desirable online because they can't be redeemed for a real set of them.
Right. Makes sense.
Whereas foil basics, if they're in the sets, probably will because the foil basics can be redeemed, and obviously foil basics at the moment are going for £5 each. So
Noise. Alright, by the way, my chat, if you're watching, song requests are open, so go nuts. If you want some background music.
yeah,
They're free.
my background music is just Tesla purring. So
I told her, like, some of them were worth, like, 6 tickets still, so...
Oh, nice.
They're-
I
they're-
might have to swing on it, so if you want to song request of fancies,
I
mean,
know
if no
going
one
full
starts
rip off
requesting-
and playing Big Bang Circles, I think.
If
Yeah,
no one
I've
starts
got-
requesting stuff, I'll just put my music on in a bit. But
And as for music on my channel, we're currently listening to
it's request
OC
song.
Remix's Serious Monkey Business.
What?
It's a remix album of Donkey Kong Country 2.
Nice.
and if you want multi-twitch in my chat, you can do bang multi-twitch,
Oh hey, what's up, Candy?
and that will have us all
Are you
on.
trying to get in on this, Candy?
I mean, if you want to.
If you want to.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have the mumble. If you don't have the mumble, the easiest thing to do is just kind of stalk the friendly sealed queue, and when you see me or Keab or get in there, jump in as well.
Yeah.
Hey, Addy Five.
Hey, that's an anti-fight.
Hey!
What's up?
After 50 years of trying.
Yeah.
7 years later.
Open the gate was
I
pre-release.
finally come to this.
After 10,000 years, I'm free. 29,000. Time to conquer Zendikar.
Again.
Jerry, Jerry, the Eldrazi have escaped. Recruit a team of planeswalkers with attitude.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Actually.
Is it working? Oh, I should actually properly enable. Do that again. Have it. So I think I had cost set up that wasn't working. So try that again. That should work.
Negative cost.
Something like that.
Okay, the current sealed queue only has 5 spots left, so we'll need to wait for that one to clear.
Yeah, it's a,
So-
it's a 16 man, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, full disclosure, I've only seen about a third of the cards, so if you see any stupid plays, just expect them.
That's fair. I haven't looked a great deal at cards either.
What are cards? I don't know.
Eldrazi?
I do know there's an Eldrazi that throws other Eldrazi's, but that's just fun.
Yes. He has possibly the best flavour text of the set.
Alright. Hello, Valkyrie. What is up? Got some System Shock 2 music. Nice.
Also not looking like chat.
I only have my chat
Go.
open. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, friends.
We're gonna have to wait this one out first.
That's alright. We can hang out for a bit.
Yeah, just
How is everyone in chat? In all chats, especially my chat though, because they're the only ones.
You're gonna let him have that.
I was gonna say,
Fine.
Well, my chat is just Navarran, so...
My hubris. Chalk up the hubris. We have that. We have the technology.
of course that's on your channel, that makes total sense.
Hey. That's accurate. That's fair.
I'm actually gonna turn off.
Yeah, the hubris count is great. And it's probably going to come in for Nico, to be honest.
Oh yeah. Like it makes
Yeah.
perfect sense for Magic. They're like, oh, we totally got that.
Five-coloured good stuff deck.
Yeah.
I mean,
Why go wrong?
I played 3 colors at the physical pre-release.
What?
Well, no, I played 2 squash 2 other colors actually.
You've got quite a few multicoloured lands,
Mm.
and Evolving Wilds in the set.
Yeah.
Nice.
I
That's always
also had
good.
a
Evolving Wilds plays really well with landfall.
Yeah, I think all the mana dorks also tap for any colour, so...
Yeah.
Saffron colors, you're right.
So I think 3 colours or two with a heavy splash is eminently doable.
Yeah.
I mean, as it has been in the past. Like
Yeah.
it was Tarkir that was the odd one out.
Mm.
True.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
that was like 3-color stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, let's hope we open some stuff. Some
Yeah.
things.
Well, I'm hoping for an up, so let's.
Up next,
I will settle for no less
Hobby.
than 3 planeswalkers.
like,
So two
You're gonna have a long
Gideon
weekend.
and
We'll open 6 packs, they'll all be land.
hey, in this set, they're all land, that might not be
Hmm?
terrible.
No, right.
I know somebody one of...
it's going to make draft interesting because you're going to be picking up lands and it's not really going to take up a slot.
Mm.
No, it's just, I've got all this fixing, but nothing to play.
There's a lot of there's the cycle of spell lands as well, which is interesting. But yeah,
Spell lands first on
for,
Three Peaks,
But also the sack line.
mm,
Yeah. And,
and the rest.
yeah, but
I mean, I'm just like, what do we call the stupid duels? No, wait.
battle lands.
But I think
No,
that
no,
was
no,
what's called on.
I enjoyed the one Laserbeaks mentioned during the Magic stream, their dual lands, DUEL, because everyone fights over the names.
Yeah, that's not. I like it.
Old buckle lands, you know, 1-2 book on my theory.
That's better than Tango, right.
Let's
Right,
ask that.
alright,
Okay, everybody in?
we're jumping in.
Yep. Go, go, go.
Dropping in, drop in, hell jumpers. Go, go, go,
Right,
go,
there we
go.
go, we're all in. I guess.
Oh, look
Now-
at you with your Mexican names to your actual names.
Well, technically not Red Nightmare.
Haven't said anything yet, Mental Gym 1. We're about to hop into this queue,
Yeah.
and then we'll say goodbye to Mumble friends, and we'll get on with some magic.
With the show.
Mm.
When
So
this
apparently
queue
Draken from my chat opened Kiora and activated her
Oh, I want to queue. Actually, hang on.
her
I
ultimate.
have Kiora with me.
Ah, for luck.
I have one called Top Kiora, who is keying out a little bit.
all I have now is a penguin.
I have.
Penguins, shamefully underrated in, underrepresented in Magic.
Also, Drakon is a filthy man because he also opened Aerith Mesa.
Ooh.
Got 3
Yeah, I've
Not fair.
for the release draft I did. I've only done one BFZ draft so far. For packs 2 and 3, people were actively first picking foil basics if the pack was really janky, because that's £5. It was worth far more than anything else in the pack.
That's
We have had that in my local draft.
Mm,
yeah.
gonna be interesting.
Also, I'd like to point out people watching my stream. This remix is done by what is it? Jukio Kozarek Kali. Or versus Quad City DJ. Sorry, like that's the mashup.
On theme, I like it.
Yeah, that was requested by Navaran. So good job.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, we're 10 in this queue a minute ago. Why
I mean, come on.
Hmm.
Come on. I have a podcast
Because-
to do later. For fuck's sake.
I have
This is
a
just
dinner
gonna
to go
roll
to.
right into this, basically.
Well, not a dinner. I need to go 2 people after their dinner.
you need
Just,
to go
just do the podcast while playing Magic.
Yeah.
I mean, I could.
Like HP did it while during his 24-hour
I
stream.
mean, I'm supposed to be hosting the thing. Is the problem? Oh well.
Oh, we're back up to 10.
We can pick that up.
It's
Yeah.
alright. I can multitask. I have pilot DNA.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Oh, I very nearly bought the Blu-ray collection of Farscape yesterday.
He's not gonna sell much ice cream going past me.
Who's being arrested?
No one yet. I can only hope.
He's not gonna sell much ice cream going past me.
God, can you imagine if the ice cream man
Alright.
I've heard some ice cream vans where the jingle thing is bad enough to just have Doppler effect on its own because it just speeds up and slows down as it plays.
Well, Jimmy, there was an ice cream van that used to travel around with a really off-key picnic.
That just sounds
The dead
creepy.
winter.
That just sounds like something from Silent Hill.
Holy crap.
Are you sure it was an ice cream van and not just a local pedophile?
Like a murder van.
Sorry, called it the soul.
You never saw it. It's like a
Is
ghost
that
ice
how
cream van.
is that how things work in the UK? You have the local police, the local school, and the local pedophile.
I mean,
It helps to categorise people.
apparently
Yeah.
so.
Too
Right.
good at that.
So
Alright, come
what
on, 4 more people. Get in
what
here.
what as we play
We want
all
to
of the
slam.
other people and
We
none
wanna
of
come on
us.
and slam.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be horrible.
It's okay, we have to.
We live.
We all just keep winning. We'll all just meet each other. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
But
Alright.
that I can do.
3 more, come on.
Oh,
Ah,
2.
two.
Oh, nearly there.
Ricky Rick, need my
Alright.
checks to win.
Get ready. So once we get in there, we can just.
There we go.
There we go.
Good luck, gentlemen.
Indeed.
See you later.
So mute and
Mute and deafen. Okay, right. It's just me and Navarin now. Right. Let's full screen that. Let's minimise mumble. Okay, right. First impressions, looking like we've got a lot of blue, white and red. And a few colourless. Ooh, we've got a Cinderglade, which is nice, and a Prairie Stream, so that could give us some support. I think what we need to do, though, is see what our rares are. So, what did we get? Akum Hellkite. Oh, yeah. Two of our rares, of course, being the lands, because the lands are the rares. He's pretty sweet. Defiant Bloodlord. This card is my kryptonite right now, because I love the Exquisite Blood Sanguine Bond combo. And this is whichever of those has the same ability on a stick. But it's 7 mana for a 4/5. Guardian of Tazim is a really good card. This guy wins games. Scatter to the Winds is alright. You know, it's a counter spell, but you do have the bonus of Awaken. So, we also have Lantern Scout. So Lantern Scout must be our promo, because that's the foil one. So yeah. So blue, white and red looking reasonably good. So let us sort back by colour. So yeah, Lantern Scout's really good, even if you haven't got many other allies. Just getting it once, coming down at some point, keeps you alive that little bit longer. Our 2 colour spells, we haven't really got anything in the colours we're looking to play. I mean, you've got Ulamog's Nullifier, which is okay, but is not fantastic. So let's have a look. What have we got? Sheer Drop I like. Lantern Scout is good. Inspired Charge is okay. Unified Front. At most you're getting 2 allies for 4 mana, maybe 3 if we can splash something, but it's going to be awkward. We do have 2 Evolving Wilds though, so a splash is looking good. Also, look at all that sweet art. We've got a Blighted Cataract, which is the blue one. That's nice actually, that ability. And Blighted Woodland, which is the green. So that's probably going to be a play at some point. For top end, we've got Ulamog's Despoiler. Good if you can turn on the thing. He's then a 9/9 for 6 instead of a 5/5 for 6. But even as a 5/5 for 6, he's very playable. We've actually got 2 of him. Kozilek's Channeler is also a great little playable card. Even if you never use his mana ability, a 4/4 for 5 colourless is absolutely fine. Titan's Presence and Hedron Blade probably not really worth playing, so let's have a look at what else we've got. We've got Cliffside Lookout, which has got a nice little bit of late game. Felidar Cub is filler, good sideboard, but most of the time it's a bear with a very minor upside. Gideon's Reproach, get in. Core Castigator is brilliant. Try and get him off the keyboard and he starts being a silly beggar. And does this. Because, yeah. Yeah, your adoring fans are out there, Tesla. Well, fan. So we'll play Core Castigators. I like it. It's a 3/1 for 2. Can't be blocked by Scions, which immediately reduces their chump value. Tandem Tactics I quite like. You know, the +1/+2, it wins combats. Do I have to throw you out, sir? You multi-twitch too hard, Navarin. Yes. Tesla is demanding some screen time. Do feel free to increment the Tesla counter. trying to build a deck here, mate. Ugh. Right. Courier Griffin is alright, it's not brilliant. And Smite the Monstrous is a definite. You know you have your own webcam, don't you? No? Okay. So, white mostly centred around the 2-drops, but we've got some good removal in white. So, white could be our splash. Blue, I mean, Clutch of Currents is just awesome. Eldrazi Skyspawner is brilliant. Brilliant Spectrum is terrible. Well, it's not terrible. But you need it to be casting it for 4, really, to get the value out of it. Cryptic Cruiser is alright, it's a 3/3 for 4. We haven't got many ingest activities. Oh, Guardian of Tazim definitely going in. Wavewing Elemental is alright. I'd rather not run it if we don't have to. Windrider Patrol is great. Oracle of Dust 3/5/4/5 is alright. Incubator Drone is great. Adverse Conditions I like, because you get an Eldrazi Scion out of the deal. I haven't really got any ingest enablers, that's going to be a bit awkward, I think. Scatter to the Winds, counter target spell, yeah. Rush of Ice and Dispel are situational, but okay. I mean, that's 19. If we were to run those two, that puts us at 21. That could be okay. I mean, I do like, though, from green, we got Snapping Gnarlid, Call the Scions. Lifespring Druid could possibly turn on some Converge cards, but... Which, I mean, you've got that for a Converge card, but it's not fantastic. Territorial Baloth is... Okay, Tajuru Beastmaster I like. Getting everything +1/+1. Yeah, the Baloth is good. Landfall as well turns into a 6/6. Giant Mantis is fine. Black, what have we got? Silent Skimmer. I love Silent Skimmer. Silent Skimmer is just... It's fantastic. I'm surprised they didn't let Graham spoil this one from letting Ready Run. Because it's an 0/4 flyer. But whenever it attacks, defending player loses 2 life. So you can really send a message with it. And they can't do anything about that 2 damage. If you can get counters on it, it's amazing. Good old Culling Drone and Zulaport Cutthroat. There's a little bit of an interesting deck in black, but it's not fantastic. Red, what have we got that I like? Goblin Warpaint. Mickey Slide Runner. A couple of Reckless Cohorts. Valakut Invoker, Valakut Predator. Vestige of Emrakul. And probably the Hellkite. I mean, that is... I like the white better, I think. Still a little creature light for my tastes, but... If we were to put those 2 in... That's 23. If we were to put the... Because you see, what I'm thinking is we do have Prairie Stream. We have Blighted Woodland, we have Blighted Cataract, and we have 2 Evolving Wilds. We have quite a bit of fixing in this deck. We also have the Beastmaster, which actually is a better 5/5 for 6 than Ulamog's Despoiler. We have Call the Scions, which is a nice ramping card. We have Lifespring Druid. Giant Mantis does a little bit for flying. We have the Baloth, which again is probably actually... yes, this is a very slow format, Navarin, because you've got these big high-end Eldrazi at sort of 7, 8 or 9 mana. The games go very long going up to that. They're not quite as long as the Rise of the Eldrazi ones, but it unless somebody's got a really fast allies deck, it goes very, very long. And yeah, deck building is something of a challenge, I think. So that's 25. If we get rid of a Tandem Tactics... I'm a little happier with this Bant combination, actually. I quite like the look of it. Let's get rid of Inspired Charge. We haven't got enough creatures really for Inspired Charge. I'm making a few Scions here and there, but I'm mostly going to be wanting to use those for mana, I think. We'll grab a Snapping Gnarlids. Murasa Ranger can get big, but that's 4 for that ability. It's ugh. I think actually we just want Giant Mantis. Maybe. I think Adverse Conditions is too aggressive for what we want. I think it's not a bad 23. It's a little lacking on the top end, but that's fine. We've got Baloth and Beastmasters will be ramping us. We'll also use some of these lands to beef things up a bit. Given that our biggest Eldrazi was only going to be a 5/5 anyway, because we've got no ingest cards at all. Well, 1 in black, and that's it. So, yeah. 3 Altar's Reaps. Ugh. Not a bad card, but 3 of them? No. I mean, we could mess around with a single Brilliant Spectrum. This deck could potentially run 4 colours because of the Lifespring Druid. That could be used to produce a red or a black. I don't think it's worth it. Certainly for this, yes. This just scales up as big as you want, so we could be playing this as a 4/4 flyer for 4, or it's just a 2/2 flyer for 2. It's a great little card. It's my favourite Converge card, I think. Yeah, you know what? I think it's a slightly awkward curve, but it still curves out at 3. Biggest bomb is Guardian of Tazim. This thing wins games on its own. The landfall trigger there. Whenever a land enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls. If it's an island, that creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. That's just nuts. You obviously need a couple of other things to tap down creatures, but it stops the opponent from attacking, and also with things like Evolving Wilds, you can be really, really cheesy and do it on the opponent's turn. And that really messes them up. They can't block, they can't attack. So it's a very, very good card. Other than that, the biggest bombs we really got were the Prairie Stream and the Cinderglade, the dual lands. Actually, it might be worth running that as a forest. And we can't Evolving Wilds it up, but if we draw it, it's an extra colour of mana for Skyrider Elf. We can also run Fertile Thicket for a bit more fixing. So that's pretty good fixing already. I mean, 7 non-basics is fantastic, really. So yeah, blue we're mostly running for Clutch of Currents, a couple of the spawn makers, Guardian Tazim, and also the Windrider Patrol, because that Scry 2 is very, very good late game. So we've got things like Clutch of Currents to be doing stuff to their creatures. We've got Sheer Drop, we've got one counter spell. I'm actually tempted to take out the other Tandem Tactics, but the life gain could be worth it. Yeah, we're not that aggressive. We'll have one. But yeah, Tandem Tactics is good. The other option instead of Tandem Tactics would be a Brilliant Spectrum, just to shift the curve up to the 4 drops a little bit. The other option is to cut one of the core Castigators, but I quite like those as 2 drops. You know what, we're running out of time, so let's add some basic lands and ship it. So you reckon 3, 4, 3. Let's see, 1, 2. Sort by CMs. No, sort by colour. That's what we're looking at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 6, 9, 12. And we're what? 1, 2. 3, 4, 3. Because we are running a huge amount of basics. Yeah, I mean, given that those two are roughly the same, there's no doubles in those costs, which is great. We could always swap in a Seek the Wilds if we need better land. It's not a bad card. The only problem is because it goes to hand, so you can't play the land that turn. But yeah, I quite like the green, I quite like the blue, but white's got some nice removal. We'll see how this plays. This could go utterly disastrous. I've not really tried this colour combination, and I've not tried 3 colour in this format yet. So, most of the decks I've built so far have either been really, really fast. I've had lots and lots of allies and landfall, or lots of big Eldrazi. This pool doesn't really have either. And although we've got a lot of red, it's not fantastic red. So, we'll see. So, most our 2 allies are going to be just triggering once, but it's a powerful effect when they come in, as long as we've got the creatures to support it. So let's see what happens. Yeah, one thing to note, both Lifespring Druid and the Beastmaster, which I think is the other Mana Dork in this set, are both, they're not 1/1s for 1. They're both much more expensive cards. Wizards seem to be backing off from the really cheap Mana Dorks they had in the earlier sets. They're obviously taking note that the format is slowing down, and so they're adjusting accordingly. But yes, Brilliant Spectrum, it's a possibility. It could be fun. So we've got Dispel and Rush of Ice. It'll depend what decks the enemy's playing. We've got a lot of sideboarding options. Let's see who we're drawn against. My money's on Uno. Oh, I'm up against hats. Right. Right, let's get that out of the way. Let's make that a little bit bigger so that you guys can see that. I'm going to keep this hand. We've got 3 land. We've got not a lot to do, but we've got 3 turns to draw into something. If not, we draw another land and we get an incubator drone going. Let's keep that. Let's see what Hats does. We need to turn those off. Start with colourless land. Hat is in blue, that's interesting. Well, we got to smite the monstrous, that's useful. Let's go with blue. That at least gets Clutch of Currents online. If we need to. Hat's also blue-green. With a Mist Intruder. Oh dear. They do, Navarin. They have people who they do a lot of stuff that they call the Far Future League, where they play with all the upcoming sets to figure out what the hell is going on, and they do try and break the set, and it's fantastic that they think about that. Did Hats go 5-color mediocre stuff? Because that's quite a Hats strategy. I don't actually have a turn 3 play yet. We could bounce the Mist Intruder, but I'm worried about what's coming down next. I think I would rather get ingested here. Tesla has left me in peace. Excellent. Right. This thing is a little problematic, but it's a 1-2. It's not a huge threat on its own. The ingest is probably worse than the damage it deals, but the damage can mount up. Ingest. Snapping Gnarlid. Damn it, that would have been handy. I haven't got any green though, so that's fine. Yeah, see now Void Attendant is the sort of card you want to get rid of. And there's our Skyrider Elf, which we can't cast because we've got no green source yet. Okay then. Let's come down with our incubator drone. Get ourselves a Scion. If we get another island next turn, then we can get the Wind Rider patrol down, which definitely shuts off the ingest intruder. Forget something else, we might just awaken Clutch of Currents. And you ingest my Lifespring Druid. Well, fortunately Hats is filtering all the cards we can't cast out. Ooh, Sultai. I would have liked to have had Scatter up there, but never mind. That's a lot of creatures on Hats' side now. Eyeless Watcher is very, very good. Yeah, so no land, that's unfortunate. No green, that's also unfortunate. We could Gideon's Reproach something, but it's instant, so, and his target attacking or blocking creature. We definitely don't want to Clutch of Currents Eyeless Watcher, because then he gets more Scions down. So let's just pass the turn and see what he does. So now he's going to expect me to be hanging on to something here. Hat is up to something. Let's take another one from this. Let's ingest Tandem Tactics, that's fine. It's not what we need right now. Oh hey, Ulamog's Despoiler. You get your counters. Assuming Hats can sequence this properly. Yep, 9/9 from Hats. I get 2 creatures back in my graveyard. Oh, I could have... I should have smite the Monstrous in his end step. I am the idiot. At least we've got the answer to it. I mean, we could have bounced it again. Thank you for the follow, Antitonic. Yep. Hats definitely gets a hubris count for that. I mean, casting that when I had a handful of open mana was risky. I must remember and sack the Evolving Wilds at the end of his turn, but yeah, it's a little bit better now. He's not got as many creatures on the board. Sacking the Evolving Wilds is going to help immensely. I only have that one in the deck. This Hat's drawn all his big Drazi, has he? Let's see what we ingest this turn. He might just kill me with the Mist Intruder at this rate. Territorial Bailiff. No, he's just helpfully filtering out all my green cards still. Navarin's just scaring me. Coral Helm Guide is fine. Oh. I hit OK on his end step instead of cracking the Evolving Wilds. Because I'm an idiot. We have got our green though. So we will just cast this for green, blue, white. That lets us keep up Gideon's Reproach. And that's going to be about it, unfortunately, because I'm a moron who forgot to sack his Evolving Wilds. I think Ghost of Leg Body's probably right. I should become a Cyborg Ninja. I would then remember to sack my Evolving Wilds at the right time. But that shuts down any more ingest. Hopefully. If he lets us keep it. No attacks from me. We're still in defense mode, unfortunately. I would fit better into Netrunner, yes. Oh, Hats is up to something on my end step. Ah, he's doing his Void Attendant. That's fine. Get yourself an Eldrazi. True MDK. Become immense, much better. I mean, I'm pretty immense already. I'm probably up there at the 5/5 or 6/6 level, but sadly no trample. Alright. Hats has now got 5 mana open to him, which means he can make something unblockable if he chooses to. More likely he's going to dump down another big creature. He's tanking a little bit here. Yes. I can imagine it's probably very interesting being able to see both sides of a combat like this. Certainly Hats has definitely had the upper hand all game. I've been fighting for solutions. I shouldn't have kept the hand I did in the end. It was a bit of a risky play, but it's fun. Rush of Ice so he can get through again. That's fine. And he's awakened it. He can't use his awakened land though, because it's tapped. Oh, I like how they've done the text box on that. Yeah, come and ingest, that's fine. Core Castigator is no good to me at this end of the game. He did indeed. Right, remember, don't hit OK in his end step. Sack the Evolving Wilds. And we want an island. Oh! That works. Yeah, we'll cast that. Should have probably sacked that and kept 2 mana up for Gideon's Reproach, but I think we're okay at the moment. Just about stabilising at this point. One more creature down and we're probably good. If we can get landfall as well, that's going to really help us. Start just beating down in the air. Of course, this is where Hats just bounces. This forest could be awkward. He's not got any really particularly great attacks at the moment. Unless he's got another Rush of Ice or a similar Awaken card. I am also well in range now to trigger double landfall off of this. Which I might actually do. That's probably a really good strategy, actually. We do a double landfall trigger. Search up our remaining 2 islands. Tap down, probably his land and something else. That only takes 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which would let us threaten a blue and a white up to either Clutch of Currents, well that's sorcery speed, but at least let us threaten Gideon's Reproach. Which actually we could do this turn if we need to, with the Scion. That would get rid of his land actually, that could really screw him over if he attacks with that land. I mean, it would be nice to Clutch of Currents with Awaken, but just bouncing off a creature would be fine. Ah, he has one of those. Okay, let's see what he pokes us with. No attacks. Okay then. They can wait a turn. I think I like having the double landfall triggers here. So we can tap that. Hatch is going for Void Attendant's ability. He didn't have done that in response, he could have waited on that. Because you can still activate it when it's tapped. Flunge! Hats could stack up a bunch of blockers here. Kill off one of my guys. It's likely he'll probably put the Mist Intruder in front of this. Or not, okay. Take 7 then, Hats. We'll keep up Gideon's Reproach. And pass the turn. Yeah, keeping these two tapped down, it meant that even if Hats just cracks back this turn, I'm only taking, what, 4, 5? Puts me to 10, but then I'm swinging back for another 7 or so. So tapping off one of his lands is quite fun. This is the only downside with Awaken. Sometimes you need a land and a creature. Yeah, sure, poke with a Mist Intruder, if that's what you want to do. I'll take 1. At this point I'm happy with what I've got in hand. He got rid of a forest. That's fine. Ooh, Fathom Feeder. Devoid, Death Touch and Ingest. He's fun. And good old Blister Pod. Nothing to do on his end step. This guy's quite fun, but no way to turn his ability on. So I think what we do... Sadly can't tap anything this turn. Just going to be a little bit awkward. Going to take a fair bit on the crackback, I think. But, I mean, we could clutch. Or we just Wind Rider. I think actually we win Wind Rider. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 4, 5. He attacked with his flyer. So we're lethal in the air next turn. He's potentially got 12 power on board, but we'll see what he does. gruesome slaughter. And I don't have enough to counter that. He has a lot of colourless creatures. This is going to hurt. There's nothing I can do to stop this. That is Blowout City there. Right, so if we Clutch of Currents, Bounty's Coral Helm Guide, that gets us a 3/3 land. If we Grove Tender, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then play Fertile Thicket, we can play another one and get a plant token. That might actually help keep us alive a little bit longer. I mean, we're on 13, it's not dreadful, but I think I like that strategy. 1, 2, 3, 4, play this. Oh, it's Rally, not Landfall, never mind, it's a 3/3 blocker. I think I'd rather keep up the 2 blue at this point. I haven't got any basic lands in there to reveal, so they all go to the bottom, which is a shame, but that would have been a lot of land. Sheer drop would have been the ideal there, but never mind. Mind you, he could have misintruded it, so... yeah, we'll counter that. That's cost him a lot of mana. It's left him tapped out. Forest! At this point I don't mind. He's got rid of my only landfall creatures. Uh-huh. Forgot enough to do that and that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Yeah, I need to go down to London and play play Magic against hats again. Okay, right. Let's see, if we bounce his Fathom Feeder... What? Oh, it targets... Ah! I balls that up. Didn't see which land it needed to target for that, and I targeted the wrong one. Okay, that's fine. Let's tap out then. So I've stabilised again. We're roughly equal on board. I mean, my library is getting quite small. He could... Yeah, he could actually deck me. That is distinctly possible at this point. Particularly with Benthic Infiltrator. Let's have a poke. Yeah, I don't mind him trading Blister Pod in. We'll have Oracle of Dust, which is a great blocker. Let's see, is he going to go through with his decking plan? The other thing he could do here is trigger his Blighted Woodland to get a double landfall trigger on the Gnarlid. You know what, because I am so close to being decked, just deal 4 damage to it. So he's going to keep my island tapped. He's misread that card because he's assuming it's going to tap down, and it doesn't. Because my next untap step is this next turn. Yeah, Yeah, we'll do that. Why not? Also, this is game 1, and Hats is now down at 4 minutes. This is going to be a very unfortunate victory if I do win. This feels a bit dirty, having just life-linked this. Particularly seeing his clock. But it keeps me alive. So he can activate this instant speed to trade here. Yeah. Now that I'm not in danger of being decked by that benthic infiltrator, I might actually win this. The Void Attendant comes back down. Oh no, another Void Attendant. No, he's just triggering Void Attendant's ability. I'm an idiot. Down comes Fathom Feeder. So yeah, he's doing pretty well off the blockers at this point. Awesome. Right. Cast with Awaken on that creature. Ah, choose target land you control. Right. That one. Bounce. And Flunge. It's not quite 3 damage through, unfortunately. Oh no, it is! No, it's only going to be 2. But it wipes his board. Oh, another Void Attendant. He's got a lot of these, guys. Oh no, no, it was Void Attendant I bounced. Ah, there's Cloud Manta. Yep. So, pay 1 for Grove Tender Druids. Give everything lifelink. Give everything +1/+1. Yeah. shame Hats didn't let me have my victory there, but no, he's really down on clock. I'm just going to run this back. Let's see, that's too sketchy. We kept a sketchy hand last time. I mean, that's more like it. We'll keep that. I think we'll dump the Glade down first, and then the Prairie Stream can go after we've got some basics. Hat's had to mulligan down. Is Hat's just going to mulligan himself out? No, he's kept at 4. Oh, that. Hand of 4 with 2 minutes on the clock. He can do this. That can go to the bottom. He's got all his colours. Yeah, pro tip for Mitgo, if you hold M and tap a dual coloured land, it taps for its default colour, in this case red. He's sending a message, alright. Did it that way around for fun, just to show you, so you can play the Gnarlid and then trigger the landfall if you need to. In this case, holding back because then I can Grove Tender and put another creature down next turn. Ooh, Unnatural Aggression. Okay. That's why having an Evolving Wilds is great, because you can threaten instant speed landfall. Rush of Ice. Getting in with the flyer. He could do this, actually. There's the old Evolving Wilds. We'll do that next turn. Prairie Stream comes down. I should have got in for 1 there. I'm a fool. Should have also played the Baloth, because that works really well with the Evolving Wilds. That game was ham. That I don't like winning to clock. That was, yeah, that was not great. That was a really fun game. I mean, that first game just dragged on, but there was a lot of interesting choices to be made, and neither one of us really gaining the upper hand till right at the end. Um, but yeah, I don't like losing to clock. That just feels wrong. So yeah, well done, Hats. That was an epic fight. Um, and hopefully you do a bit better in the next round. The messaging system in Midgo is terrible. Yeah, unfortunately my streaming chat program is what I'm using for the stream, so whenever I flip to count my hats, it's you get to see that on stream too. But yeah, that game was ham. Might have to watch that on the VOD from... Oh, no, I'm against red! We are not keeping that. That's a mulligan. That is keepable, though. I think. Yeah, I like that. We get a scry. So red's in the 1-0 bracket as well. That can go on the bottom. We're looking for land. So I would much rather have that. That's better. Evolving Wilds. Over to red. We'll crack it at the end of red's turn, as is tradition. Just because I need to remember this trigger for Evolving Wilds. Ooh, leading with the Fertile Thicket is really good. So he's drawing a forest for next turn. Combat. Main. End step. Sack. I think we want the forest to get Call of the Scions up. Okay, really a land is what we need next turn. And then we're good. Call of the Scions or Lantern Scout, either or. Call of the Scions it is. We can tandem tactics if we get planes. Ooh. Yeah. 2/2 fly for 2 is fine. So what I like about this thing is its flexibility. Oh, I probably could have gotten 2 free damage in there. So I doubt he would have blocked with the elf. Wasn't thinking. What are you going to do with 5 mana? Undo Greyhorn. Ooh, that guy. Could lifelink them all, or we could tandem tactics them all. Yeah. Oh no, tandem tactics we only get 2. I know what I want to do. Normally you'd look at trying to sack these post-combat, but I want the ability first pre-combat, which is creatures you control get +1/+1 till end of turn. So it turns my flyer into a 3/3. Still gives me a 5/5 blocker, which that guy's only going to be a 4/5, even with first strike. And then we can Lantern Scout next turn to give them both +1/+1 and lifelink, which is fun. If we draw another planes as well, then that gives us tandem tactics as well. Yeah, this set is a really strange one in terms of how you have to think about playing. Origins particularly, and a couple of the other sets, so Khans of Tarkir for instance, he's giving that +1/+1 as well, so that's coming through, fair enough. It's going to be a 5/6. So you can hit me with that, that's fine, I don't mind that. Oh, ow. Okay, I do mind that. Yeah, so a lot of previous sets have been very much incentivizing you to play your creatures after combat. The weird thing about this set is, particularly with allies, it very much incentivizes you to play them before combat. And there would have been my landfall trigger, that would have been nice. And because it got vigilance, it isn't tapped. Oh well, we're getting a bit of life back for this. It's not a huge amount, but we'll gain some. Puts us back on an equal footing. And if he misses a land drop, he can't attack, so... Another land and we can awaken sheer drop, which is good. Hedron Archive, ooh. I'm kind of worried that Red's got a lot of ramp in this deck. He could be ramping into an Ulamog. Or something equally big. There's his land drop. Oh god, he's going to Evolving Wilds. Oh! I don't know if he realises he can do that. Okay. Screw it. Yeah, I'm suspecting red is going to do something painful. I haven't got good stuff in hand though, so I am just going for it. It's partly why I clutched of currents the first striker. Alright, do your worst, red. Oh, I can't even. I wasted my clutch of currents. One hit from that thing. I do have a blocker though. One. Sheer drop I can actually cast as well. Doesn't have reach, so that helps. Oh, sheer drop is sorcery. Yeah, I like this guy. That small art doesn't give... If you see the big art, you realise just how big he is as well. Oh, because 0 is even. Yeah. One, two, three, four, five, six. So we can awaken. Bye-bye. Because although the awaken cost is even, the spell's converted mana cost is still 3. So that works. I'm getting hit for a ton this turn. Red's refilling his hand as well, which isn't going to help. If he hits a land drop here, this is going to hurt. Ooh, the Hydra. Oh, and there goes the landfall triggers. And then you sack the Evolving Wilds and get another set of landfall triggers. And then you suddenly take 10 damage in a single turn. Yeah, that 12, why not? Two, 3, 4, 5. Bye bye. And that's game. Whew. Right, Void Winnower. Okay. I mean, I'm running pretty much all of my removal. I don't think there's an awful lot we can do. I think we just ship this back. Oh, Hats is against Richie Rich and is up a game. Excellent. And loop. It's a slightly slow start from this deck. It's not had the fastest of starts, but we get in there slowly. Red is actually sideboarding. Must be nice to have a good sideboard strategy against this sort of deck. But yes, Clutch of Currents is one of those cards that, on the surface, doesn't seem as great as it actually turns out to be. Particularly when you add in that Awaken, the dual modes, it's just costed just right. That is a mulligan. That's a keep though. That's 3 lands. Ooh. That's an aggressive start from red. So we'll play the Blighted Woodland. Next turn we'll then play the Forest, which gets the Gnarlid down, and then we can double landfall with the Evolving Wilds next turn. Unfortunately, we take 2 at this point. And we're going to take 4 next turn. And then we can crack back for 4 on the repeating turn. Okay, good luck with your quest for Chinese food, Navarin. We will call some scions in. Yeah, Red's had a really aggressive start this time around. Hopefully we can keep smashing face though. Just need to get that incubator drone down next turn if we can get a blue. If not, he's going to be the core castigator, unfortunately. Oh, that's going to hurt. That's really going to cripple me. Yeah, I think we're a little bit screwed right now. Well, we could drop the castigator, but that doesn't help an awful lot because it's a 3-1. Mind you, that works. That'll shut off his attacks. Better than wasting Gideon's reproach just yet. But going to need to put some light on soon. I'm starting to look like the shadowy man from XCOM. Oh, you jammy git! That is a very nice. Yeah. Kiora, her +1 and -2 are just really, really powerful. You're unlikely to ever hit her -8, but if you do, it will win the game. I'm happy to trade these. Oh. Well, we've got blue. Oh no, it comes in. It's fine. There we go. Fortunately, you're going to need to go attacking Kiora. Let's see what he plays now. Okay, yep. He's gone to kill Kiora because that -2 ability. Reveal the top cards. You may put a creature card or land card from amongst them into your hand. The rest go in the graveyard. So it mills you a little bit, but at the same time it lets you grab stuff that you need. And he's gone for Woodland Wanderer. Ugh. There it is. Counter on it for each colour of mana spent to cast it. It's a 2/2 at the base, so it's good, yeah. That's coming in as a 5/5. That's a problem. It's vigilant and trample, so it never taps, which is great. put him back a turn. Okay, I'm slowly stabilising. So he'll probably replay that again. Gideon's Reproach deals 4 damage to it, which means all I need to do is get an Eldrazi in front of it. For safety, I'll probably put the Snapping Gnarlid. Okay, Evolving Wilds is fine. It doesn't have landfall. You need double white for something. Oh, please don't tell me you've got Planar Cleansing in there. I would love to drop Territorial Baloth right now. We need to keep the mana up. So we pass. Actually, let's have a poke. See what falls out. That worked. Better to do it that way with him when he's got a full hand of mana. Let's see, we could do 1, 2, 3. That's not enough for anything, so let us pass the turn back. He's probably got something even bigger now. Ah, Hedron Archive. That's probably not a good sign. Ooh, and the retreat. I haven't got anything to deal with that. So he can either gain 2 life or put a counter on target creature. He's gone for the counter, which is a good move. Got nothing, I'm taking 4. Okay. We just need to draw a land and we're good. gone for the 2 life this time. I don't like the look of that much mana being tapped there. There's Planar Outburst. I'm dead. Go to combat first, yep. Wow. I fought bravely, but that was tough. Right. I'm going to drop a Castigator for a Felidar Cub. Other than that, I'm fairly happy with everything in here. It's not quite as skin of his teeth as he thought. I mean, we were struggling a little bit for options until we pulled Tazim. I would like to play first. I would very much like to keep that hand. Because this will let us get all our lands. Eldrazi Sky Spawner is going to be the one to get down first. What we will actually do though is we'll play Felidar Cub. Get the 2-2 out rather than the 1-1. This can come down later, it's fine. It's missed its chance now. If we hadn't got a 2-drop that would have been fine, but getting a 2-drop is much better. Red's missed his 2-drop, so let's whack in there for 2. Then we'll cast Eldrazi Sky Spawner. Oh, he's got the retreat out early. But that's fine, because we've got the cub. Once it no longer becomes profitable to attack with the cub, that retreat's gone. Okay, they would have been nice. We want the island. I like that different spells create different Eldrazi Scions depending on which of the Titans they're associated with. So he's gone for 2 life gain, which makes sense. Ooh, Hedron Archive. He's either had a lot of stuff or he's just got Void Winnower and all land that he's kept there. So what we'll do here is we'll get that out, because then we can throw in 1, 2, 3, 4, and, well, next turn, because we've only got 1 white out at the moment. But I just want that out of my hand. We do definitely have enough to awaken Clutch of Currents, though, so we can sack some Scions. One of my favourite strategies actually with the Scions is, rather than using them as ramp, is just using them as tokens to go wide. A lot of people are expecting you to ramp into this big thing, and then what you do is you just cast a mass pump spell and smash for massive damage. What are we going for here? That's a lot of mana. 6. Deathless Behemoth. Seems good. You're going to put some counters on him. Please put some counters on him. Oh, you're going for the life gain, okay. Sack it to put some counters on him. More life gain, okay. Just take out the enchantment so he can't life gain. Because even if he plays the Behemoth back down again, we've just got enough to go wide around it. Could have also smoked the Monstrous with it, but doing the Awaken is more fun, because it gave me an extra attacker. Do that next turn, or we just land and scout for fun. Planar Outburst, okay. No awaken cost on that, but that's fine. Oh, it doesn't get rid of... I've got a land creature, it doesn't help him. If you're going to do something, Red, do it now. That. Well played, Red. That was very good. Right. A lot of these games are going very long. Oh. Yeah, somehow, that shame record is correct. Which means I could be against Uno next, as he got pared down. Or it'll be RSM, or in transit. I need to go and get some water and feed Tesla. I will be back shortly. And there we go. Right. So, it's just Cam and AddiePie playing. So, that should be over in a few minutes because we're almost at 50 minutes. The games can go to 55 because of sideboarding time. So it shouldn't be too long. So what we will do is we'll switch back to that webcam. Well, that view is the same webcam. Because I still have some Origins packs to crack. So let's see, what have we got? We have Bonded Construct, Hitchclaw Recluse, Reeve Soul, really good card, that one. That might be first pickable. A Crowan Sergeant. Shambling Ghoul. Caustic Caterpillar, great sideboard card in its format. I should have had to get some Battle for Zendikar packs. That would have probably been better to crack. As you can see there, I did buy a box, but I cracked them all. Yeah, anyway, Grasp of the Hieromancer, Calculated Dismissal, a Crowan Jailer, and then we're into the uncommons, right. Angel's Tomb. This is great in creature decks. Didn't see much limited play, but if you can get it working, it's really good. And then we have, Knightly Valor. Definitely one of the mythic uncommons in this set, can definitely be first picked. Hydrolash, bit terrible. And our rare, You Hold the Nail, and I'll hammer it. I'll hammer it, High Arbiter. He's very, very good. Oh, and we had a foil. Thornbow Archer. There we go. I'm quite pleased with I'll hammer it. He's not seen much constructed play, but we are in pre-Pro Tour season at the moment for Battle for Zendikar. So yeah, I'll hammer it would definitely be my first pick. It would be a tough choice between that and Knightly Valor. Knightly Valor is probably the correct pick, because white is better in general in Origins, but I'll hammer it as a good finisher. And blue is a very good support colour. It supports a lot of the others. It may not be the best colour itself, but it's a good support colour. So, quite happy with that. And yeah, anyway, yeah, we're in... yeah, he's happy now because I've given him food. We're in sort of the time before the Pro Tour, so there's been a big set rotation. We lost 4 blocks. We're heading now into the new rotation scheme where we lose 2 blocks at a time, which would be a bit easier. But we lost all of Theros. Don't type to chat. There you go. That's his message for all of you. Yep, game's just finished. If we switch back to here. Yeah, so we've lost 4 sets, one block and a core set. We lost all of Theros and we lost M15, which has impacted some decks massively. Certainly the deck I played in Standard has lost all of its burn cards. They were all from M15 or Theros. But we're pre-Pro Tour, so at the moment a lot of pros are analysing the set, trying to build decks, trying to come up with new ways to use the cards that already exist in ways that won't merge with Battle for Zendikar. But we aren't seeing many deck lists published yet. They're just publishing what's been winning at the couple of Grand Prix that have... Well, there was a Star City Open last weekend. There's 2 Grand Prix on this weekend. There's Madison and somewhere else, I forget where. They're all limited Grand Prix as well. Or the 2 this weekend are both limited. Star City was constructed, so we had a constructed segment. But yeah, there's not been much limited play, so at the moment we're kind of in that weird zone where players are left to come up with their own decks in their own way. And I'm not very good at that, I freely admit that. Since I switched to net decking, I've had much better results. But, you know, given a frame, I can swap cards in and out, but I don't have the initial ideas. But yeah, so we're at this point where none of the pros are revealing what they've come up with yet, because they haven't finalised anything. I think Pro Tour's next weekend, so this week will be proper Pro Tour testing week. And also, they don't want to publish any articles. Something like Channel Fireball, they don't want to be publishing the deck lists they're going to be playing before the Pro Tour, because then they won't be a surprise. So yeah, we're kind of in this weird sort of dead zone where it's left to player initiative. And as soon as we get the Pro Tour out of the way with, all of a sudden there'll be loads of deck lists published online and people will be quite happily net decking again. Right. Oh, we're up against RSM. Okay. Let me just move Tesla out of the way. And we will send them a good luck high five. Yeah, let's leave that locked there. Why not? Alright. I lost the dice roll, so we're waiting for RSM to decide whether they're going to go first or not. Why do you always want to sit on my keyboard? Hmm? This probably sounds really weird to everybody else. RSM obviously took advantage of the break and has yet to return. Oh, there we go. That is not a keepable hand. That's a mulligan hand. That, on the other hand, we could do with the planes, but we can scry, so we'll keep that. That can go on the bottom. I wonder if RSM is double queuing. I mean, they're in the 2-0 bracket, so they've been doing fairly well so far. But if they finish quite quickly, they could well be over. Yeah, they're red, so they're going to be allies, possibly. That is more important to us right now than having it come in tapped, so we'll get that out. Red-white, almost certainly allies. Oh, landfall creature. This is going to be tough. Oh, and there's a white as well, right. Well, let's dump the green. Get the castigator down. Pass through to their turn. Yeah, you're almost certainly attacking into me here. Do I have a turn 3 play? No, I do not. You probably almost certainly do. Oh, you also have a core castigator. Okay. Let's see what happens this turn. Landfall trigger. If I can't get a turn 4 play down, then we will double castigator. Definitely the allies deck, right. Okay, we could clutch of currents here. But I'd rather do that for value. I guess we trade off for a castigator then. We have got Smite up now, so that's helpful if he plays something bigger. I see you too have Gideon's Reproach. Can't pay it. So we're going to need to switch our deck around to be a little bit more aggro. Just got to trade it. Shuts off his 3-1. The other dude's got Menace though, which is a problem. I have to have 2 blocks to put in front of it. But we can clutch of Currents that next turn. Hopefully. Stone Fury. Oh, that's a blowout. Concede. 2 creatures, one of which is flying. Can't do anything about that. Begin sideboarding. Right. Then we get the counter spell out of hand. Bring in a Felidar Cub. Actually, that should be fine. Just need to keep better hands. I would like to play first. In fact, I will even keep that. It's a little land heavy, but it'll do the job nicely. What have we told you about getting on keyboards? Hmm? You go over there. And that would have been all the cards we wanted to draw. Shouldn't have used the ability. I was thinking I can get a white. Plains even, but no. No creatures though. Still no creatures for me. Well, we'll hold up Gideon's Reproach and see what happens. He's hit his white at last. Pilgrim's Eye will get him another white, that's fine. Oh, an island. Interesting. Fair enough. You get in for 3. Play 5 here. Bring this guy out. Got no good attacks, but that's fine. Sure, come on in with the elemental. You're just not going to let me have a flyer stick, are you? No, can't cast that. If we want to be able to smite the monstrous. Bye bye. Got another one. Bloody hell. Don't think I'm gonna. This is gonna be enough. But it's very awkward only having the one white source. Yeah, that's what I thought you'd do. So we take 5 here. Well, 6. Ooh. Hadn't spotted he was up to 8. I don't think I'm just dead, but I'm pretty damn close. Yeah, no. I am dead. Yeah, that would not have helped. So that's over pretty damn quickly. Uno's up again. Uno could actually 3-0 this. Looks like red obliterated Richie Rich, and so he's now at 2-1. Ooh, Hat's lost his last game. Cam is up against Sonata and lost, so Cam is down all 3 games. Sonata's 1 and 2. That's bad that I was the one doing the best out of this. Uno could still overtake me though. But there's my shame record. So we've got quite a bit of time on our hands for this. So I propose... Oh, Ghost of Legbot, by the way, if you go to /advice, you can now vote on all the advice. It's our way of getting rid of some of the sort of not so good advice that's about in Legbot. So you can vote advice up and down. Anyway, right, we want back in that mode. And we want GeoGuessr. Okay. Those people clearly do not know how to mount a roof box. Right, well, we are somewhere with the Cyrillic alphabet. It's very pretty wherever it is. A lot of pine forest. Also, very windy just here. Something going on there. Just blowing lots of dust across the road. Yeah, I don't speak Russian. I'm going to guess, though, it's somewhere up in this bit towards Finland, the more sort of heavily forested parts. It could equally be Belarus or Ukraine or somewhere around there. Oh, that's not bad. We were on this road here, near Kraniskaya. It's in the green bit of Russia. Admittedly, the green bit of Russia is very big. Army Solid Rock Church. New Greater Solid Rock Church of God. In Portland, Oregon. Ah. Why, thank you, Google Maps. Have you put your address? Ah, yes, there we go. No, it's apparently in North Carolina. Sure. That's that one there, North Carolina. And it is... below Aberdeen and across from Fayetteville. Somewhere near Raidford, Silver City. Northeast of Raidford. Just above that 5 points sign somewhere. Looking for Army Road, that must be the one that we were on. New Greater Solid Rock Holiness Church, so we must be there. Whee! 76 metres. We were in fact there. Okay, well this is interesting. A lot of sort of old abandoned buildings, or farm building type things. Image quality is good though. But the roads are not. I want to say Latin America. Oh no, we're in Russia again. Yeah, that's what I get for assuming, isn't it? But that is the Russian flag. No idea though, I mean Russia's a big country. Cool, right, we were right on the border here with China. Okay, that's the den. We're in America again, I reckon. Sort of the green street signs, and America's suburbs kind of have a very distinct feel to them. It's kind of strange. I mean, people in America would probably say no, they don't, but as a Brit, they have this sort of certain feel, particularly the states where it is sort of a lot of low single-story houses and stuff. Sort of coming from our society of terraced houses and things like that. No idea where we actually are. We know it's a food spot. It's got to be Texas. Unfortunately, Texas is a big state. And we were actually in Port Arthur. See again, I think this is America. These green sideways signposts and calling everything boulevard and the numbering system they use for roads. So, somewhere mountainous. Somewhere fairly isolated. Let's go north. What? I'm going to guess it's going to be somewhere near the Rockies, I think. I'm going to say Colorado. No, it was in fact Utah. Mount Pleasant. Oh, there we go. Try another map. Oh, we do. Uno's joined me in the 2 and 1 bracket, along with Red. Addy Pie and Hats are still going. There's a definite possibility of being able to play Uno next round. Whoever loses out of... If Hats loses, Cam is getting the bye. If Hats wins, rather, Cam gets the bye. If Hats loses, then it'll be a toss-up as to which of them gets the bye. I'm annoyed they haven't got a Brazil map. Because it's always Brazil. Right. Instantly, we're either in Wales or Scotland. If we can find a street sign, that'll answer that question for us. This is one of those places. The farmer collects Land Rovers. And by collects, I mean just leaves them by the side of the road. Or in a car park somewhere, and they just go green and manky. And they never move. He's always been meaning to fix them for a while, but never actually has. We're in Wales. Can't read enough, but there's not enough vowels on there. So we are in Wales. Wales is very pretty. A lot of roads like this. Some of the main roads even, which is a little worrying. Although this is a more consistent main road in Wales. But yes, I have driven over some of the ones through the Brecon Beacons, and they're like that. even on the major road. Right, we are near Dogalau and Harlech, however you pronounce those. There's yeah, this is some of the bits I've driven past actually. There's Dogalau, Harlech. Yeah, we went from, we drove back from Pwelly here once. Well, I say we, I did the driving. And the sat-nav chose, instead of taking us on the main route up via Bangor and along, it took us nice straight line through Snowdonia to Shrewsbury, from Porthmadog, up and right over through Blaen, Alfastiniog, and some gorgeous, absolutely stunning scenery, but absolutely terrifying driving conditions. So yeah, A487, which is this. So we are in fact probably somewhere about there. And the road we were on is actually probably that one there. Ah, not quite. Oh yeah, because we're by the river. There it is. The Afon, whatever. Afon being Welsh for river. So yeah, the River Avon is the river. Yeah, so much of England looks just like this. It's just green. It's nice. Unfortunately, there's not often very many road signs. That's why we're so happy with the invention of sat-nav. Except, of course, it does have a habit of sending lorries down roads like these. Or me, straight through the middle of Snowdonia. What's this place? Delees Trout Lake. It doesn't help a lot. But yeah, you kind of have to hit a main road to find any road signs. And it's kind of only the locals know where anything actually leads. Ah, see, like this, it's a junction. There's no road signs telling you where anything goes. All you know is it's lead lane. We're not in Wales. Reason being, the slow on the road doesn't have the Welsh version. star in. Ripping off Tesco's branding. Without actually saying where they are. Which is interesting. It's just Hats to go. He's up a game. Ah, somebody else has dropped, so... no buy at the moment. But yeah, in terms of where we actually are, I don't know. It's pretty. But it just doesn't have any road signs. Oh, hello. Parbold? Wigan. Okay. Well, they're in the Wigan Observer, which means they're going to be somewhere near Wigan. Which is... it's north. It's somewhere Manchester way, I think. I don't remember. My geography's not as good as it should be. Damn you, Wigan. This is shameful. Utterly shameful. Oh, next round's about to start. That's fine. Then we'll just leave that in our shame. Right. So Can't Wear Hats versus Cam for the 0-4. Ooh. Oh, and I'm not playing Uno. I'm playing McCammon. Good luck, high five, and I would like to play first. And that is a pretty keepable hand. If we pick up a green, that's brilliant. If not, well, we'll just dump some castigators and off we go. This is our first opponent playing black. Black-green, so they're probably lots of scions, lots of ingesting, looking to ramp into a big Eldrazi. I'm happy with that trade. Because I have another one. Obviously would have preferred a 3-drop there, but that works. Complete disregard, okay. I mean, if that's what you want to spend your turn on, that's fine by me. I mean, it's a little awkward that I still haven't hit any green, but you know. Just can't even sack Blighted Woodlands. It's really annoying. Oh, Silent Skimmer. There we go. We're going to get wrecked in the air now. Fine. I could counter it, but that's probably the spell he'll throw away anyway, so we'll see. He's going to get the information that I'm... Yeah. He knows I'm off green, so... Oh, I could have got in for one there. Never mind. Now down comes the Baloth, which is a problem. Take 2, because we can't do anything about that. He doesn't have trample. Okay. That's the sort of spell that you keep the counters for. Shuts down his silent skimmer attack. I will take 4 here. We're looking for answers now, not land. The weird thing, actually, scrying with ingest is very difficult to do, because if you put the card you want on top and they've got an ingest creature out, ooh, that hurts. Yeah, if you've got a flying, if you scry and put something on top and they've got an ingest creature, they'll then exile the card you wanted. Whoop-de-doo. I think I'm going to lose this one. They've got a very good deck. Ooh, Rot Shambler. The half-truth. Not much we could do about that. I kind of like where we're at. The ridiculous strategy here would just be to board into a red-black deck and go nuts. But I don't think the red and black is quite strong enough. Yeah, Silent Skimmer. Fantastic card. Really is. Oh, Uno's versus red now. And Sonata versus Adipie. Obviously Hats versus Cam down there in the bottom bracket. So, one of us is finishing 3-1, at least, because of this match. At least one of us is finishing 2-2. One of us is finishing 1-3, and one of us is finishing 0-4. I have the variance in that I could go 2-2 or 3-1 here. Knowing me, it's going to be 2 and 2. That's what I usually do. What do you reckon, Tesla? You just want me to stop playing games and sit down so you can have proper cuddles, don't you? Yeah. I would like to play first. Let's see, we've got 3 lands. We've only got a 3 drop to start us, but we've got the Evolving Wilds. Let's keep that. Play the Wilds. And I can go fetch us green, so we don't get colour screwed. Oh, he's got a 1 drop. Endless One. Ooh. Endless One is a fantastic card. Oh, shit. Excuse my French. I meant to do that on his end step. So I could get the Snapping Gnarlet out. But never mind. He gets to hit me for 1. So he's going to get to ingest something here. Oh. Let's have a 3-point life swing. Okay. That's fine by me. I don't mind a twofer. Hey, there he is. See, now Smite the Monstrous doesn't hit him, but Sheer Drop happens to. Yeah, didn't think he would. Swamp. Okay. Got something you need double black for. That's problematic. Brood Hunter Worm, okay. That can be smoked. Yeah, forgot you were going to do that. I can't do anything about your silent skimmer, but you are keeping it back as a very effective blocker right now. You can block one, but you can't block both. Okay. That should work quite nicely. So you can't block that. Puts us to 30 life to 9. He now probably feels he gets a free attack with the silent skimmer. Let's see what he does. They do. I need to be better at that. Grip of Desolation, yeah, that's fine. That was mostly for that turn anyway, I wasn't really going to trigger it again. Evolving Wilds, yeah, go nuts. Okay, well let's swing in again, we're getting in for 3 again. So we've got this in 2 turns, unless they can play something else. Oh, balls! I should have played Incubator Drone, never mind. I'm a moron. I'm misplaying like crazy and still somehow ahead on this game. Opponent's just flooding, I think. Oh, there we go, rising miasma. Get rid of that. Yeah, he's still not swinging. Yeah. Yep, that's fine. Take 3. Play out Windrider Patrol. And, yeah, Plummet, that's fine. Unless you can play a blocker, that's not going to save you. Brood Monitor, that does the job. 3 Eldrazi Signs. Brood Monitor's a really good card. 6 power and toughness across 4 cards. We'll Clutch of Currents away the Silent Skimmer. Adding another 3 counters to that land. Let's see if we can eat some chumps. You need to put at least 1 in front of the land. There we go. Opponent's tanking ever so slightly. More land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This could be an Ulamog. Particularly if they do that. I mean, that might just be for the landfall triggers like I'm using it for, but... Ooh, Ruin Processor. You're not gaining 5 life though, because you've exiled... Oh no, you've exiled 2 things now. Okay. So you can gain your 5 life. Mikarmin may yet have this. That's a difficult card to deal with. attacks here. That would be suicide. And Breaker of Armies. Oh, man. Okay, now we know what you were ramping into. That's gonna be awkward. So he's going to get 7 in here because he'll swing with both. I have to block Breaker of Armies and he gets to do the ordering. So I'm almost certainly losing the 6-6 and the 4-4. It's partly why I wanted some extra stuff out. So make sure we have actually got enough to deal with Breaker of Armies. I mean, Breaker of Armies is usually a one-shot deal for 8 mana, but it will. I mean, that 10 power could eat so many things. Then next turn we just need to get 4 power under that thing. Because it will be an illegal block any other way. Okay. What have you got? Kozilek's Chandler. Still got no good attacks. That would have been good last turn. This turn it allows us to do 6 damage to that thing, but that's not enough. So it has to be Gideon's tactics. Under the bus you go. It's okay, we're only at 24. Could just do with some card draw right about now. This is awkward. He's systematically wiped out every one of my threats. Here comes the knowledge. Now if you're sensible, this is where you crack your Blighted Woodland. Yeah, there we go. Well, this is awkward, isn't it? I seem to run out of big creatures. I'm pretty much dead next turn now. I mean, this is an impressive fight back from opponent. The amusing thing is here, this Scion survives. He's dropped his threats off as well, though. Sure, yeah, we'll play that. And we'll play a planes, because then we can do that, at least, to make everything 2/2s. I mean, this is impressive stabilisation from opponent. I mean, if you think they were down to what, 3, and we were on 30, and they brought it back to 8 to 9. Yeah, fair enough. You made me spend my mana. Sure, yeah, evolving wilds, brilliant. At this point, it's a race, and they can do 2 unblockable damage every turn. Yep. Guardian of Tazim, are you in there? Ooh, Baloth, that's an amazing draw. I get a Core Castigator. Well, I know what's happening to the Eldrazi Scion. I've got 12 cards left. Of which 10 of them are potentially land. Oh no, there's a couple more lands gone in. Yeah, we are mostly land at this point. Just out of threats. Oh man, Dutiful Return is brilliant. That's exactly what you need right now. Because you can put Ruin Processor back out. Oh. And you can gain the life back as well, that's impressive. Whereas I can manage Call the Scions. keeps me alive another turn. Doesn't keep me alive 8 more turns to get opponent to deck themselves, but, you know. And Mortuary Maya also very good at this stage of the game. At this point I would take Breaker of Armies again. Oh no, you already grabbed him back. Just something big and nasty then. And of course it's Cinderglade. Wouldn't be anything else, would it? Right. Flunge away and then they can kill me. I mean, I could have gone to 1, but they just had to attack with that as well. Clutch of Currents. Yeah, it was just all land. There was Skyrider Elf, Eldrazi Sky Spawner. Guardian of Tazim was pretty much the last card in the hand. So there we go, 2-2. Let's see, Uno went 2-2, Red Nightmare went 3-1. Calm by Hats beat Cam. And it's just down to Sinatra and Addy Pie. Is anybody still inside Mumble?
Screen for chat to see.
Oops. Basically, my rares. I played 6 of my 7
There we go.
rares. I played
Right.
Fortune,
Okay.
because you can't even.
Yep.
I had Planar Outburst. So that's basically the Wrath of God that only kills land creatures, but can also non-land creatures, but can also awaken.
That's a very good card.
Hey, Keab.
Very good card. Hi, Keab.
How is it going?
2-2.
Oh, you did better than
Nice.
me. I went 1 and 3.
I went 3-1.
So you haven't heard how gross some of our decks are.
I'll finish my list.
Yeah, go, you finish yours.